everyone, welcome back to my channel. So before we get into the video, if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Leave me a comment down below what you think of this video and give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. So yeah, this week's seller is meain, M-E-I-A-N. Right, so for this one, obviously the delivery time technically I think it works out about a couple of weeks, basically. About, yeah, a couple of weeks, basically. Because, right, let me explain. Those of you who've watched the previous, another video, I did mention it before. Basically, I ordered this on the 5th of February. It did take them a while to dispatch it. But when they dispatched it and it arrived, it was actually a cross stitch. I double checked the listing. I ordered a diamond painting. They accidentally ordered me a cross stitch. So I contacted them, let them know, and they were extremely apologetic. And they said they'd send out the correct item, which they have done. So I let them know roughly about the 23rd of March, and they apologised and they've sent it out straight away, and it arrived on the 9th of April, basically. This cost me £4.13. Tax was 83p, which was a total of 96p. So yeah, overall the ship times were good, but obviously, you know, mistakes happen at the end of the day, and they instantly corrected it. No worries. No, like, oh, pay extra so you can get a tracking number and all that. Like some of these sellers try pulling on you. Honest seller, honest mistake. Cannot, you know, fault their customer service. They instantly went out their way to make it sure it's done. After a little while, I was like, oh, I haven't heard nothing yet about my diamond painting that was, you know, going to be sent out from them. So I sent them a message, said, oh, hi, I just wondered if they had any updates on my diamond painting. And they instantly, or not instantly, but when obviously somebody see the email, they pulled up the tracking and gave me the tracking number and showed me where in the logistics system it was, and it had already been shipped out and everything. So yeah, finally arrived. So I am looking forward. I've had a quick glance just to make sure it was a diamond painting. Literally all I did was, these things are stuck down really well, it's just literally gone like that, and a very quick little glance, see a toolkit in there, and I knew I was right. So yeah, let's open this and see what we get inside. I always have to make sure I make sure when I'm setting up the camera this way that it hasn't changed itself to slow mo, because I did that the other week, and this little portion of the video took about 10 gigabyte of memory on my phone, and it was really hard to try and get it saved to my phone. I had to delete so much stuff. I need to save up for a half decent camera, basically, I think. So I did see in one of my comments that one of my subscribers had ordered from them. They were promised that it would be poured glue, and it wasn't. So I'm interested to see how this will come out. And it looks like it's poured glue. And we've got some nice tweezers as well. Right, so toolkit. Let's move that to the side first. Right. Green bow, small wax. Very rarely get our labels, which is nice. Pink pen with, oh, I prefer them, with a 7 multiplacer end. Make sure you guys are all still in, yeah. 7 multiplacer end. And definitely more baggies than what we get from other sellers, which is nice. And then the tweezers, they're not just giving us the cheapest of the cheap. It's actually a brand new pair of tweezers. And yeah, they feel alright. Not the most expensive tweezers, obviously, like Ever Moment, who can... I like the ones from AZQSD. I've got a whole ton of them, but they're still nice as well. They feel better quality than some tweezers we get. And I've just kicked the tripod. I always do that when I'm recording. Right, so this definitely does look like poor glue. I apologise for all the rust. I cannot find the end. Where's the end? Right. Big old plastic bag, innit? Right. There's definitely poor glue. So I don't know why somebody else's came out wrong. This looks very nice. Right, do the canvas last. Obviously, you've seen a quick little glance of it. Oh. So they've sent us baggies. But they all come in baggies. How weird is that? Right, so we have 31 colours with this. So here's our, so for these ones, I'll just quickly explain this. For these ones, they go by weight, basically. So this is one bag of each, basically, as you can see. It tells you how many we need of each colour. I'm pretty sure this is the weight. I'm not sure what this bit is. And then this is the DMC, and this is the number on the bags. So 27, so they're not in order, which is not the end of the world. Have we got, no, I thought we were going to have 3 10s in, guys. But we've got 939, so we're going to go for 939. That's also a darker colour, which is number... I've lost it now. 14. 14. Let's look for 14. 939 is a very, very dark blue. Yeah, so they basically all their bags are numbered up instead of having the DMC on it. Right, here's our 939s. So they've numbered, so then we match up there, which is number 14 is 939, 2.5 grams. We need a total of 342 and 1 bag of it, basically. That's what I assume. I could be wrong, but that is what I am thinking. Right. I've just grabbed a different tray for now. They do look slightly, there's a bit of something or other in that. The drills don't all look perfectly uniformed. Let me... Oh, right. The drills ain't exactly all perfectly uniform. As you can see, for example, the 1, 2, 3, 4th row down, as you can see as you go along, they're not all perfectly the same size. But as long as the canvas is the right size, it shouldn't make it too much of a difference. But overall, but for darker colours, we know that some sellers just can't get hold of nice, decent ones. But overall, they do look pretty good. There's no junk in there. The odd naff one, but nothing I would really... Oh yeah, there's one naff one there, a couple of junky, you know, just not perfect drills. But overall, I have seen a lot worse in my 3 years of doing this hobby. So it's more interesting to see how they go on the canvas and how the fit is. That is what we all like to see, is how the fit goes on the canvas. We've got like a grey in this as well. That's a very interesting colour. Right, we've got purples in this as well. We've got pinks, and we've got a very bright pink. We've got a lot of different colours, you know, proper grey. So it'll be quite interesting to see how this one will look towards the others, because we have got some completely different colours to this. So which one? That one's lighter. It's just going to be interesting to see the difference in this one, basically, because we have got completely different colours. It's going to be quite interesting to see. Right. These are perfect. I mean, they're perfect. You can see they're perfect. Right. Here we go. They are absolutely perfect. Like I said, darker colours, we can get more issues with them. Like, to make black, I think you've got to use so many different colours to make black. It's a hard colour to make, and the quality of things when you're doing black as a colour, apparently it can affect some stuff. I might just be talking total rubbish there. But yeah, I do find that quite interesting. The canvas print is extremely clear. Alright, let's have a look. Sometimes when you turn your light pad on, it can affect the overall print. Does that make sense? But no, the print overall is excellent. It's really nice. And yeah, it looks like they've tried to pick out more colours in the ladybird. Because compared to like this area here, for example here, I've got several colours. This one here is mainly one colour, like all around here. It's all one colour, but this one has picked out several different colours. But yeah, it does also look like it's going to be a nice one. I can see where they're getting the pink. It's here as well. And here. This might be orange. Sometimes they pick out the orange here. But yeah, this does look like it's going to be a nice one to do. So I'm going to be able to work it like that. Which is going to be sideways for me. Or it's going to be the right way around print-wise. Or just carry on like that. You know, because it's weird when they don't print it, you know. But yeah, it is quite interesting. And it is poured glue. Catching up. So, right, I'm going to stop jabbering because I've been jabbering way too long and get cracking with this. All right, guys? Let's catch up in a bit. I forgot. I didn't show you close up, did I? All right, let's pull this back. There you go. I'm so sorry. I completely forgot. I'm just too busy jabbering away. But yeah, as you can see, it's poured glue. The print is absolutely beautiful. It's not the brightest of prints, but for obviously for the colours that it is, the print is perfect for them colours. So yeah, I reckon if I had like a hot pink or something, it would be more thingy. But yeah, definitely looks like it's going to be nice. I do not like plastic. That's one thing I think that originally in the past has put me off ordering poured glue. It's this horrible plastic. I don't like it. I change it. Right, get cracking because I am jabbering on for way too long and you guys are just going to be hitting your head against a brick wall. Alright, guys. Right, so let's get cracking on with this one more. You know, I never know what to talk about when I do this. I just start going on some random thing. So yesterday I uploaded, so by the time you see this video, it would have been a good couple of weeks of their little lantern. And I mentioned about drama on the Facebook pages. And do you know what? I've noticed there's drama on Facebook pages, but touch wood, I'm touching my head. There just doesn't seem to be hardly any drama between, you know, any of the YouTube channels and all that. And to be honest, the YouTube channels all seem to be very, well, the ones I've interacted with so far are all extremely supportive of each other, and which is so nice to see. I will try to support everyone else as much as I can. As for example, people have been with me a while, I will do shout outs and all that for other people and try and boost up their numbers a little bit. And you know, I just don't see the point of there being negativity and everything. I'm all here to be, you know, we're here to enjoy this hobby, and have to say, you know, all the YouTube channels that I've interacted with so far, they've all been so positive and everything, and I'm more than happy to support other channels and everything else. Like, I just think it's nicer, and it makes it a lot more enjoyable. So far I haven't, maybe other people have seen drama and negativity in the diamond painting community, but personally so far I have not seen any, which is so refreshing. And most of the comments are like extremely positive, and it's just so much nicer than seeing on the Facebook pages. It really is. I just do find it a lot nicer, and it's more chilled and everything else, and people are just so much more supportive than on the actual, you know, if people don't like something on the old Facebook pages, so I see somebody post something of, I've seen a few things of like Donald Trump, and obviously some people love it, some people hate it, because he's obviously a very controversial person. And I'm not gonna say how I feel about anything to do with politics, but if you don't like something, just scroll past. It's very simple. I just don't understand why people just can't do it. But yeah, a lot of people seem to agree about the old drama on the old Facebook pages, because it just seems to be a lot lately. Even though we're all here to thingy, and yeah, we're all here to enjoy a hobby, you know, that's meant to relax us all. So I definitely myself do try to keep out of the drama. I really do. I'm trying to think what else I could talk about. I don't know. I'm going to cut some of this because I'm saying I don't know for way too long. How about I know. Right. So I used to go. I live very close to my nan and granddad, and they used to have a beach hut, and I used to go and hang out with them all the time at the beach hut and everything. And even before like they got the beach hut and everything, my granddad used to, in the afternoon, used to say, "Oh, I'm going for a walk. Do you want to come, Jem?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll come for a walk with your granddad." So we used to go for a walk along the beach, and Grandad used to treat us to an ice cream. And on the way back, he used to say, "Don't tell your nan." Every time he said, "Don't tell your nan." Oh, I love my granddad. He's absolutely fantastic. He's brilliant. And they are just so funny, so laid back and everything. And it is just such wonderful grandparents. I used to stay, when I was younger, I used to stay at theirs every like Friday night. And I remember like each morning I used to wake up and there'd be a glass of orange juice and orange squash, sorry, and a couple of biscuits there when we woke up. It's just silly little things that like always bring back good memories. There'd always be a glass of squash and, you know, a couple of biscuits waiting for us when we woke up. And I always, 9 times out of 10, always used to be the one that the fruit biscuits, the fruit shortcake biscuits. We used to always 9 times out of 10 always be there. Quite often my granddad used to have to go to work on a Saturday morning. Not always, but quite often. I think it was like an every other week thing or something. And he used to always take like cheese and crackers in with him for his like mid-morning snack or whatever. And oh, my older brother, how excited he used to get at the thought of when my granddad forgot to pick them up and take them with him. Oh, he loved it. He used to get so excited that granddad forgot to take his cheese and crackers with him, because then he'd get to eat them. Me, I'm not a big fan of cheese, so it never really bothered me. But I used to and then there's one thing that, for example, like my nan used to come in and check on me before I went to sleep, you know, and then she used to go like, "Oh, sleepy dust." She always, we still joke about it now, always do it. Like from saying I'm going to bed now, and she goes, "Oh, sleepy dust time." And yeah, and then I got like me other nan, and oh, she's one lady you do not mess with. She has got big, you know, bigger bees than most men. She might be short, but she can still clip you around the ear if you're cheeky and everything. She's so funny when you call her up and everything. She's full of life and everything, you know. And she's got a wonderful community around her. She doesn't live close by, but she's got wonderful neighbours and everything. We know, keep an eye on her all the time and everything. So we're lucky in that aspect. And then look at my grandma as well. Who's recently moved closer to here, which is nice, so we can keep an eye on her. But yeah, grandparents, so lucky to have, you know, a lot of my grandparents still. So lucky. think what else we could talk about. I keep talking about the weather because you don't want to see me go on about the weather all the time, do you? I know how me and my husband met. That will be a funny little story for you all. Right, so I work for a supermarket. I'm not saying which one, I'm not saying what company or nothing. I work for a supermarket and I fill the yogurts every night. And I was working in a different store at the time. And the first time my husband saw me, just before the first time he saw me, I was coming out of the chiller with a cage of milk cream and all that, and I knocked into something which sent flying a whole load of sour cream. I don't know if you guys have that in America or other places, but it doesn't smell pleasant. But yeah, I managed to knock this cage and all this sour cream went flying everywhere. And the first time he saw me, there was me on my hands and knees clearing up all this sour cream. And that was the first time my husband saw me. And yeah, and that was, yeah, that's how my husband saw me for the first time. Started talking to me at the end of my shifts and everything, and gotten up the courage to throw his phone number through the window and then run away like a big girl. I'm just telling the story about how me and you met. Oh. That you throwing your phone number through the car window, running away like a big girl. I mean, literally, he ran. I mean, like, he was gone. Like, literally, he disappeared across the car park before I could even pick it up. Literally, threw it from the window and just disappeared.
It worked.
And, yeah, it was quite funny, really, you know. And I thought, he looks alright, I suppose. And everything. So yeah, that's how me and my husband like met each other, and it was quite funny. It's when he just threw this phone number through the window and just disappeared. Scuttering across the car park, running away. But yeah, that was quite funny. So, I always start with don't I? Don't know why, but I always do. Our latest Ladybird from meain, M-E-I-N, is done. I did like this one. I shall show you all. Here we go. Again, they seem to have picked out a bright orange here on the, I always feel weird when I say this on video, the bum area. Oh dear, am I going to get like striked off YouTube for saying bum? I don't know. But yeah, it's really weird. They've seemed to like picked out some really bright orange for the bum area. And I don't know, it's weird. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's really, really bright. It just seems to really stick out. So I think maybe, I don't know, maybe the wrong colour was picked up or something. Because one thing I noticed is where they don't, obviously they give you bags labelled these were labelled 1 to 31. We had to put the colours on them ourselves. We don't know if they've accidentally picked up the wrong colour and put them in the bag instead of, but then that can happen with any, obviously, because they just, like, for example, with AZQSD, they do it in the Ziploc baggies, and they just obviously put the whole sticker on, like the number, the DMC, and then how many But obviously these ones, they just labelled on 1 to 20, 1 to 31. They gave, obviously did give us a sticker so we could put the numbers on ourselves, as you can see. But I don't know, maybe they picked up the wrong orange. So I don't know, because it does seem extremely bright, unless I messed up and put on the wrong colour. But I don't think I did. But it can be quite confusing, because the only one thing I noticed was you're picking up, like for example, bag number 8 and then put it on and put it onto number 9. And you have to constantly think, well, I'm doing number 9, I'm doing number 9, not number 8, I'm doing number 9. So it's just one little thing I got confused with. You know, I was making sure I was extremely, because I went to do it. And I was like, oh, no, not that colour. Not another, it's not a major negative, but it was weird trying to work this way rather than this way. Because most of them I've been working, you know, this way across instead of that way. So that, obviously I've had one other, I think it was Medu, the Medu one. That one was that way too, and it did feel weird because obviously our image is that way instead of that way. So yeah, that did feel a bit weird. Because I'm even like when an image is that way from some sellers, I'm so used to it coming that way so I can still work easily at the side. So yeah, it was a bit weird, but that's just me being weird anyway. So it's not a major thing at all, so don't think I'm being negative about that at all. But it just felt off, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'll show you a close up. And I've got something really sad. I'm doing a commission piece at the moment, and somehow my commission piece with everything else managed to fly off the table. Luckily it didn't break completely, but look. So it just shows you how hardy these ones that ain't USB with the wire built in. The wire is here. These are built a lot more sturdy. If that was a USB one, that would have definitely broke. But luckily, it was just, as you can see, just that bit there. I was so lucky because these they're not cheap, but they're well worth the money. Going for the built-in wire one. So here's a close-up. As you can see, what I mean about the bum area, the bright orange. It is quite, let me turn it off for a second. It is quite, it's a bit weird, but you can see they've picked out more colours, and you can really see some of the petals in the flowers a lot more. So they have really picked out a lot more colour, and they've got some of the green too. So that, you know, they really have tried to pick out more colours. And they're like the reflections of the ladybird and everything. So they really have tried, you know. It still looks really good. If I stand back with it, as you can see, I do like my lovely PJ bottoms. So yeah, it still looks really, really good. There's a couple of, right, oh yeah, one other thing I noticed, in case you guys didn't notice it when I was like talking about the cameras at the start, there was no grid lines. Well, they're white instead of black, and it did throw me off a bit when I was doing it. It's obviously not a major negative, because once I could find them I was alright, but they did like throw me out slightly. So I do think my drills are a bit more wonky than normal because I couldn't see them very well, especially like when you got your light pad on. Obviously that means that the grid lines ain't going to show as much, like if you had a few gaps. So yeah, that again has its pluses and minuses, but I did find that it might have caused me to go a bit skewy. Yeah, I have gone skewy in this one, and that is mostly just because of me. But you mostly can see some of my mistakes, but obviously at a distance it looks really good, really nice. And we do get, loads spares again. So we haven't got to worry about running out of any colour like that. As you get loads there, it's good, what, 400 there I reckon. So yeah, we do get more than enough to do the whole image. I reckon I've got enough there to do another one. I really do, or almost enough, because we do seem to have a lot here, and it is nice to see that they are making sure we are provided with enough. And the 939s, which is the darkest colour, do fit together really nice as well, which I do like about that. So would I recommend meain? Yes, I personally would. Obviously, like you guys know, there was an issue. They sent the wrong one, but they corrected it. They instantly sorted it. They didn't argue whatsoever, you know, which is, in my books, excellent customer service when they do sort out an issue. And it was KK that said about she had an issue and it was meant, like, she ordered it and they told her it was poured glue. So I don't know, I hope you've got, let me know, KK, down below if they did sort it out for you. Because obviously mine came with poured glue, so it's really weird. So I hope you got that sorted out, KK. So yeah, what do you guys think? I really like it, so I would definitely recommend meain. Yet they did have a bit of a fluff up, but mistakes happen. It was just after the Chinese New Year when they obviously got this sorted out, got this together to be sent out. So obviously they just instantly saw, you know, ordered a small 25 for 20 and just mostly just assumed it was that one by mistake. Easy mistake to make, even especially when you're also selling cross-stitch kits. Or it could have ended up being a paint by numbers. To be honest, that would be quite interesting to see this in a paint by numbers as well. But yeah, definitely would recommend. And yeah, that's about it really. I must be waffled on for way too long again, as I always tend to do in these reviews. But yeah, we'll leave it there, and yeah, that's it basically. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And a big welcome to my new subscribers, and I thank you for sticking with me to all my older subscribers, because a lot of them are just so supportive, and it's wonderful. What else? Oh yeah, if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up and let me know below what you think of this seller. So that's it, and I shall see you all in the next video. Thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.